You are watching something of interest, or not, at YouTube Oldcon74, featuring Zach Galifinakis, Moby, and David Lynch.
I hate celebrities, all of them. I hate it. I think that's the poison. Carl, actually, that's the other poison in this country besides the Bush administration, in my opinion, is the celebrity. I know the irony in saying that when there were 5 cameras on me. But somebody has to get the message out. Fucking celebrities. I almost got fucking Kangaroo Jack. Almost. God damn it! If I got Kangaroo Jack, I wouldn't be sitting to fucking bald Carl here. That would have been my ticket out. No, instead I gotta sit here and entertain you fucks. Okay, first question. Have you ever seen art? What do you think of Jackson Pollock? Was he just some drunk that some art snobs made, you know, some kind of famous guy?
Well, I do have a sort of passing appreciation for the work of Jackson Pollock, although I find myself drawn to more figurative work, you know, like a lot of the art that you have in the show. And, I mean, this particular painting, it's part of my collection, and it's reminiscent, it's sort of almost like a pointillist or fauvist, so it's sort of like a precursor to surrealism as well. And also it's inflatable. You can blow it up.
Do you mind writing a song called Dogs Playing Moby?
You mean like the classic figurative image of like the dogs playing poker? So it's sort of like the calm before the storm. Obviously, I'd have to work on it a little bit, but that seems like a pretty good start. In some ways, the inspiration for this album, which is called Wait For Me, happened about a year and a half ago. I was in London, and I went to go hear David Lynch speak at BAFTA, and he was talking about creativity. And basically what he was saying is that creativity should not be judged by how well it accommodates the market. Creative expression should be judged on its own merits, how it affects the person who's experiencing it. And I just realized in an instant that he was right. If I'm putting out a record, all I want to be concerned about is how it makes me feel when I listen to it and how it makes other people feel when they listen to it. In making this album, I started thinking about other albums from the last 50 years that I really like. And I realized my favorite records are egregiously unprofessional. I like records that people make in their bedrooms. I like records that people make in studios when they don't really know what they're doing. So I tried to sort of like incorporate that in the making of this record. You know, to use a lot of old, broken down equipment. I recorded everything in my bedroom. Everything was simple and idiosyncratic and lo-fi. As far as albums go, it's not a slick, modern, professionally produced record. It's a little broken, it's a little idiosyncratic, hopefully a little more humble, because that's the type of music I like. To make a really broad and gross generalization, there are 2 types of music. There's public music and private music. public music would be Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones, or I Feel Love by Donna Summer, some Prodigy records. Most hip-hop is public music. You know, it's music that makes sense in a bar. And then there's very private music, which could be Neil Young or Joy Division or Nick Drake. And I've realized that as much as I love public music, social, gregarious music, the music that means the most to me tends to be more introspective, emotional, quiet music. And so in making this album Wait For Me, I really wanted to focus on the music that was more private, more personal, and more emotional. Normally, when an established artist puts out a new record, the first single is like the big radio song. But in this case, we chose a first single that's an obscure instrumental that most likely could never get played on commercial radio. And then David Lynch made the video, which is this, it's a very beautiful animated video, but it's quite dark and obscure and will never get played on MTV. So the old punk rocker in me, or the old situationist in me, really loves the fact that the first single from my record is probably the least commercial thing I've ever done. And the fact that we give the single away.
Well, I always say that ideas are like fishing. So, and we all know when we go fishing, we have to have some patience, we have to have a hook and some bait. And then if we want to catch the little fish, we don't have to go so deep. But if you want to catch the big fish, you've got to go deeper. And I think a desire is the bait. If you desire something, it's like focusing, and as Maharishi says, where the attention is, that becomes lively. So when you focus on something, it's like putting bait on this hook. And if your consciousness, your awareness is expanded more and more and more, you're able to go deeper. And all things, anything that is a thing, everything comes from this field of unity. So those things are coming, and they're coming up from a deep level, and they're big down there. They're big and abstract, the whole thing. If you catch them up here, they're putrefied, they're funny. But if you get them down there, they're big and more pure and more power. So anything you can do to expand that container to catch the deeper fish is money in the bank. Now, I'm not saying I'm catching fish that are important to me, and but there's all kinds of fish swimming. There's fish for businessmen, there's fish for sports, there's fish for everything. So I'm looking for a certain kind of fish to translate into cinema, and I find that they're catchable, and they're very beautiful to me.
Ayya!